today's Viva topic, how you can go ahead and set it up for your environment, and what are the extensibilities which comes up with Viva topic. I'm not sure if I hear the background.
Uh, just we'll check on that.
Let me mute everyone and again unmute the speaker. Hold on.
Yes, yeah, please. Yeah.
I guess you guys can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much. So a brief thank you to all the sponsors for organizing such a huge event after so long. And it's been pandemic and it's the time has been tough, but everyone is going learning. It has been a great learning path for everyone to learn virtually. So big thanks to all the sponsors here. And please, everyone, do enjoy this virtual event. There are great sessions coming up. So do enjoy. So yeah, as I mentioned, my session is mainly focused on Viva topics. So from this session, you will be quite confident about what exactly Viva topics are and how you can set it up for your environment, how you can manage your topics, how you can give the access to your topics, like how you can make your topic visible for only a group of people while not for the whole organization. And a short introduction about me, and I am Shushtisha, and I work as a cloud consultant for Rapid Circle. So I mainly am expertise in SharePoint framework development and O365 applications. I work for Power Platform, Teams, and Azure. So yeah, this is a short introduction about me. Let's jump into the today's topic. So as you can see, these all four comes up with Viva suite. So when I say Viva, so what exactly Viva comprises of? So Viva comprises of Viva connection,
कमलेश क्या हाल है भाई?
Viva topics, Viva connection,
सही है भाई तेरा कमलेश.
Sushti, you are on mute.
I guess someone unmuted me. Not sure. I'll just brief. So did you guys hear the introduction or was it muted? Or should I start
Yeah,
again?
introduction. No, bro.
Yeah,
No
okay.
introduction. Already we saw. Yeah, we start from the next slide.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So mainly what I was saying is Microsoft Viva
God Joginder.
comprises of main four services, which is Microsoft Viva Connections, Viva Topics, Viva Learning, and Viva Insights. And these all services and applications can be integrated to your Microsoft Teams. So this is what this picture replicates, and we will deep dive into Microsoft Viva Topics today. So this is the agenda for today's session. I will be talking about what exactly Viva topic is and how like the architecture of Viva topic curation and discovery architecture, along with few of the important key highlights, how you can set it up for your organization, how you can create Viva topics from the topic center site, how you can manage topics both from your topic center site as well as from the admin center itself, which is the
बवंडर आएगा
admin scan,
बवंडर.
how topics can be displayed to the user. So there are various ways and Microsoft allows
Again, voice gone.
Shrishti, can you please unmute yourself? I think something going wrong.
I'm not sure someone is unmuting again and again.
Yeah, Jenkin and Chen, Shrishti's name is mod administrator. Maybe we are getting confused if anybody, I just want to tell. So that's the thing I want to tell.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to show the demo, so I logged in with this user.
Yes, I agree. Maybe that is a confusion. I just wanted to inform that. Yeah.
Please do let me know if again go on mute.
Yes, we'll tell you. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Yeah. So I was just briefing about the what I am going to speak about today, and this is a brief agenda wherein I'll be talking about Viva topics. We will discuss the architecture, like how topics are curated and how the users can discover, like how they can see the topics in UI. How we will just see activating Viva topics and setting it up for our environment, and how you can create topics from topic center side. Along with that, we will just look at how you can manage your topics which you
OP
have created
bolte OP in the chat. OP bolte yara.
from the topic center and as well as from the admin center, and how topics can be displayed to the user in various applications like Outlook, Teams, etc.
Free Fire
And
खेलता
yes,
है कोई
demo.
बंदा.
is speaking in between continuously.
Hello. I think somebody's speaking. Guys, can you just make moderator as an presenter and rest of the guys and attendees? I think this problem will be sorted out.
Yeah, guys, can you all please go on mute? It will be
Actually,
helpful.
I have removed that person who was trying to
Okay.
unmute and speaking again and again. Hope it does not repeat.
Yeah. So let's just start with what is Viva Topics. So mainly, many of the people in the organization would have faced this issue, like when they are onboarded to a project, and there are a few acronyms related, like the acronyms depends on the company, the project they work on. So this is completely not dictionary word, right? And they don't understand what exactly the project is just by the name. So what Viva Topic does is, it whenever a new employee will be onboarded, and for say they will be tagged with some name, say Mars. Okay, so they don't know what Mars is, but they are tagged to that project. So how come they will know the detail about the project they are going to work with? So just by hovering over that acronym, which is Mars, they can get to know a short description, the people who work with this project, some of the files or some of the work which this project does, and which are the like related O365 groups, which is team site associated with this project. So they can know in just in a small screen, they can know what a project is and what this term means, which is just an acronym, but it is a project in a broader term. So this is what Viva Topics does. So it addresses mainly it addresses the main key business issue, which I just said. This was a one example, which was an onboarding scenario, but there could be multiple examples which will reduce the gap and time for a new user to just go through and understand what exactly they are going to work with, or this just definitely reduces the time. And Viva Topics is definitely uses AI to automatically search for your and identify the topics in organization. So what it does is it compiles the information, which is a very short information, which I just said, description, people engaged with that project, files, insights related to it. And if you want Viva topic in your organization, you should definitely have any of this license mentioned. So coming to a broader perspective, so as I mentioned, topic. So topic, which I was talking about, is a topic card here. It is created using topic pages, and topic pages comes under topic center side. And this topics, when we talk about, it is a part of knowledge. So this is a knowledge curation area, and how you can search and discover your topics is in another perspective, and how you can manage. So I'm going to talk about in brief in the further slides as well, but just to give you an heads up, topic cards mainly deliver knowledge in the form of a card, and it can be around any of the application like Outlook, Teams, and you can also search from your Microsoft search bar as well. While topic pages give the knowledge admins and knowledge managers a flexibility to create those topic pages wherein they can add the relevant content along with the relevant people targeted, and they can manage it as well. Topic center sites. So this is managed by the organization wherein the knowledge admins have the flexibility to create topic pages. So this is topic center site. And knowledge curation is mainly, it enables experts across the organization to revise the topics. They can pin some important resources and identify the experts. So this is how knowledge Viva topic can be used for knowledge. And search and discovery is mainly you can search for any topic from the Microsoft search bar. Managing from the admin center as well as from the topic center site, you can manage your topics. So a short heads up, but let's just go into detailed version. When I say topic curation and discovery, so topic curation is how you create topic and what is underlined, like what is the underlining layer when we talk about a broader term called as topic, and how it is discovered to the users in simple way. So Viva topic mainly uses relationship among the topics which you create, among the content resides in your topic, and also the people which are the subject matter experts for that project or any of the topic. And based on these resources, Viva topic is generated and it delivers AI powered knowledge in the form of a topic card, which we are discussing. So discovered topics will be only be visible to the people who have the access to those files and the topics as well. So permissioning here is a main key role. So only the correct people, correct group of people who have the right permissions will be able to view those topics. Not everyone can view all the topics. And your users can improve this Viva topics. They can just by adding new topics and let AI behind the scenes, let AI work, and they will just pop up with the suggestions. And this topic pages will roll up in your topic center site. And as Microsoft topic is built on graph to create knowledge network, so it will create, it interacts definitely with Microsoft search when a topic is searched. So this is how the architecture looks like. So as you can see, the most underlining layer is Microsoft Graph Content Connectors. And on top of which Microsoft Graph and AI resides. So using Graph and AI, this you can see Microsoft Viva topic is layered on. So wherein upon Graph, you have topic center site. This is the home page, just similar to your communication site or team site. This is also the same, but this is an add-on extra licensing feature. So this is a topic center site, which only from this site you can create topic pages. And this topic pages can be made visible to all these applications in the form of a topic card. So I hope this clears the understanding that how the flow is going to be. Simply the topic center site, which has the capability of Graph and AI, on which you can create topic page and go ahead and showcase those topic cards in this variety, all these applications. So here it is mentioned in curation, where users can explore topics and experts can manage the topics. So this area, not all the users have access to. So this comes under curation.
Excuse me.
Yes. Is anyone speaking?
Sorry, I'm asking the question. Please don't mute me. Yeah. So is this
sorry,
topic?
yeah,
Okay.
sorry, one second. You raise your question in the chat window.
Sure.
In the end of the time, we have 5 minutes time for question and answers. At that
Sure.
time, we can discuss on there. Sorry
Sure,
about
sure. Thank you.
that. Thank you. Sister, please continue.
Yeah. And in the topic discovery, it means that how users can view these topics. So in the form of topic cards and in Teams, Yammer, Outlook, SharePoint pages. I'm repeating this again and again, but yeah, it is very good to understand that how you can view these topic cards and where it is created. So these two things are different, discovery and curation. So I hope the architecture is pretty much clear. and we will go to another perspective of Viva topics, which is how you can set it up for your environment and what are the licensing costs available. So activating, you can just, for if you want to try out Viva topics and if you want to play around with it, you can just activate a free trial license, which I have mentioned here is $4 per month, which is pretty much quite less, and you can enjoy or use this topics, go ahead, create the content and see how it works. Also, once you go for a license, you have to assign this license to a particular user. Only then they will be able to create topics. Okay. And next step will be how you can connect people to knowledge with Viva topics from the admin center. This will go at the end when I'll show you the demo. And once the topic is set up in your admin center, only then you will be seeing a topic center site, which is created for you, wherein knowledge admins and knowledge managers can go and create topic pages, which then will be showcased to the users in the form of topic cards. And as you can see here in this beautiful video, so this is our Outlook email, wherein this acronym was used for greet a new user has joined the team, and this hash team awesome was used. And when a user hovered over this acronym, he got to know that what this project is about. If I can zoom, yeah. Yeah. So this is how what I was talking about. A new employee just joined the team and he's welcomed using this Outlook email. And you can see the beautiful thing about it is this is a topic, and this is a topic card which he can go and see the details about who all are the people working with, what are the resource for this project, and what is a project about. So this is how beautiful Viva topic is. Let's just go to the next slide. Yes, so any which ways I'm going to go to the demo and we will create a topic page, but this is a quick summary of how a topic page looks like. So as you can see, I have just noted down my organization's name, which is Rapid Circle, but usually people use it RC or short acronyms. So this is how the acronym will be, and this will be displayed as you saw in the previous slide. This will be displayed to the users, and when they hover over, they'll come to know a detailed view of what it is. So this is a topic page. This page is a topic page which resides in topic center site. This is a topic name, and you definitely can give the alternate names. You can give the description about what exactly this project or this organization does. You can add important members or people related to this project or this term. It can be of any sense. Maybe this is a group of work. This is a group of POC people who work on building solutions. So anything, it can be the people relevant to this topic mainly. And you can pin this important sites as well related to this topic. If you have any information residing in any of your sites, you can do that. And you can also relate this topic with another topic as well. So we will see that in the further demo. Now comes the beautiful part about what exactly a topic is and how you can create. So this is the whole thing which I said. Topic is mainly an acronym or a phrase or a term, which is definitely relevant to your organization. Maybe other person don't know what exactly this is. They have a different perspective about it, but this term is only for your organization and it is only significant for your team or organization. And that name has a specific meaning to it. That is why it is for your organization. And you can give alternate names and acronyms. You can give a short description. You can allow and add people relevant to that topic. You can share files and page files, important files. Also, you can connect sites. And an important part here I would like to highlight is knowledge admins can choose to crawl all the SharePoint sites in your tenant for topics, or just select select only one site. So mainly what this says is only your knowledge admin will have the rights that they can crawl all the SharePoint sites wherever the topic resides, or they can just choose one just to make the topic discoverable. And yes, so as we talked about creating the topic, what topics are, how you can go ahead and what is a topic center site. So the other perspective of topics is how you can manage the topics, right? So we talked about creating and stuff, but it is equivalently important to know how a topic is managed. So like who can see which all topics and who has permissions. So this all comes under managing your topic, and the management comes in four different three different ways. You can make your topic discoverable, you can make your topic visible, and you can restrict your topic for a specified group of people, which is topic permissions. So as you can see from the screenshot, making it discoverable means anyone in the organization can see that topic, or you want to exclude some of the groups that only these people can see this topic while the rest can't because it is relevant to some private project. So that you can do, which is stated here. You can select your SharePoint sites where you want to make it discoverable, and you can exclude as well, or you can just for exploring purpose you can keep it discoverable for all the sites in your organization. For topic visibility and topic permission, we will go to the admin center in the demo and we will check it out. This is the admin center management, and this screenshot which you see is the management from your topic center site. So when you create a topic page and you publish it, so there are few of the steps before making it discoverable, which is once you publish your topic page, it needs to be confirmed and then published by your knowledge admins as well. Otherwise your topic pages won't be discoverable by the users. So this is how it is, and you can, the knowledge managers and admins can do this, not knowledge users. They can just create or edit the topic. So we will look into this as well. And yes, how topics are displayed to the users, which I am talking about since few of the slides. So topic highlighted in your SharePoint pages, and you can also see topics from this. If you can search from the Microsoft search bar and you will see the topic there. You can search from any of the Office applications like Word, PowerPoint, and there you have the search box. You can search the acronym and you will have the curated content present. And definitely search in Office applications, which I was talking, and Topic Center homepage. More to expect by the end of this year. So during the last sessions by Microsoft, Build and Ignite, so they have a few of the things coming up by the end of this year. So main feature one which is coming is they are going to unlock the ability to adopt knowledge across the Microsoft 365. So by integrating topics into Outlook, Yammer, Binge, and people profile cards. So this is going to be huge, and this will be coming by the end of this year. You can expect it. Also, early adopter customers will be able to add Viva topics directly to the chats and channels as well, right inside Microsoft Teams. So inside your chats and Teams, you can just populate, you can just add, highlight your topic cards as well. And more ways for the topic managers so that they can oversee the knowledge at scale, and they can also automatically group related topics into segments according to the usage of the topics. This is also going to be coming, and also the support functionality for the content return in different languages mentioned. So let's just go to the demo. Let me just look at it. Yeah. So what I will do is I will start with the setting it up of Viva topics. Just give me a minute. We will go to admin center, and in admin center, you have to go to setup to avail Microsoft Viva. So as you can see, I already have Microsoft Viva set it up for my environment. You can just search Viva and you can get a license of it just by purchasing the services from here. which I mentioned, you can either go for a free trial or for a paid license. Once you avail for a license and you avail the users, you grant the users those licenses, only then in your setup you will be able to see connect people to knowledge with Viva topics. So once you click on this, you will see a brief his like introduction about what exactly Viva topics are and how it is going to impact to the users and in which ways they can discover it. Whatever I'm just I have already go through this in the slides. And as you can see, this is the topic center. This is the management portal of Viva topics. So if you go to manage section here, because I've already set it up, but I can definitely go ahead and edit what I had set it up. So you can see this here. Let me just zoom it a bit. Yeah. So you can manage your topic experiences regarding topic discovery. So as you can see, I have given the permission that I want all the sites for now to populate my topics. Like I don't want to restrict it for any of the particular site. I don't want to exclude any sites. I want all the SharePoint sites. Topic visibility. So mainly who can see the topics, like everyone in your organization, or you can edit it. Let's just go and see. You have this flexibility that you can allow only selected people and you can just give their names here, or you can allow no one, but you can definitely go ahead and uh, give permission to a selected group of people. So here you can just restrict it to only knowledge admins or knowledge managers to just go ahead and see, or you only want some of the projects to view these topics. So you can do that. Here comes the main part, which is topic permissions. So who can create and edit topics and who can manage? So this is where as an admin has to decide that who will have which capabilities. So this is the same thing. You can give everyone the permission. Just right now I've given to everyone, but you can definitely restrict it according to your use case and business scenario and your project. So here you can manage like the knowledge admins can manage that who can manage the topics, like they'll give this access to knowledge managers and knowledge users can create and edit topics. And this is a topic center site. So topic center site, let's just go and see how a topic center site looks. Wow. So this is a topic center site. This is similar to your SharePoint sites, but this will only be created. You will only get this topic center site when you avail for this license. So in the topic center site, this looks similar to this normal site, but this has, if you see, different tabs attached, navigation tabs, which is getting started, wherein you can go ahead. If you don't know how Viva Topics works, how you can create, Microsoft has a brief documentation on it. You can just go through this links and you can just follow the steps and you can create it. You can also plan for adoption and rollout for your organization, driving through these links. And when I go to the home page, you can see this beautiful suggestions coming up. So these are the suggested topics which I see on my home page. So these are the topics which are already published and confirmed by admins that, yeah, this can be this all the users can see it. If I just populate it in my page or if I search in my search bar, then I'll be able to view this because it is published. Let's just go and create a topic page. So when you go and click on new, you'll see a topic page. Yeah, so here comes the beautiful topic page. This is similar to your SharePoint page, but it already has the placeholders and for every particular description for every particular part, I say. So if I just go ahead and add pattern or for say M365. So this is maybe few of them can identify, but many of them can't. So I will write to say Microsoft 365. Just whenever a new user or a user will be populated with this topic name, they will be understanding what this word or acronym means. And I will just give for of now the same explanation. And I want to engage this topic, like I want to give people, I want to attach people's name who are related with this topic, maybe the organizers. So right now, admin is already added. You can delete as well, and you can also pin. So you can see, you can pin these people. So whenever a topic card will be visible, pinned people will be visible uh, at the top, and then other people as well will be visible in the drop down. So this is how it is. Let me just go ahead and add few members. I want to add some of the work which this community does. So you can go ahead and add it from your existing sites, or you can add a link to it. Right now I'll skip this part, but this is you can add relevant files relevant to this topic here. You can definitely pin, just like you pin important people here, you can pin your sites as well. Like if you have connected other user groups, maybe a part of maybe some small groups residing in Bangalore, but they are not at a they are not a huge big group. So you can go ahead, and what you can do is you can link your this page with those sites as well, like just for say any of the site, any of it. And the beautiful part about this topic is, if you have another topic which is relevant to this one, which is related to this topic, you can connect topics as well. So this is how the topic and knowledge is connected. You can just let me just say Mars. See, I'll get a suggestion here. So this is already a topic. So these two topics are linked, and you have to give a short description that how are these topics connected. Let's just write here. Yeah. So when you publish this topic, what happens? This topic is published, and now what we will go and do is we will go to manage topics page, because right now I am the admin of this topic center site. Let me just go ahead and go to my published section. So it takes some time to because it is built on AI, it will take some time to populate your published topic here. Only then you can attach it to your SharePoint pages, or when you search, you will see this topic. But right now, because in this section, you don't see the topic which I created, so I won't be able to search it, but this might take some minutes to populate. So right now, this is already a topic which I have created. So did you see this? If I hover over this topic, I could see the detailed information about what exactly this is. And if I click on this, I'll be redirected to this topic page. How beautiful this works. So let's just go and check one more thing here. Let me just go to, yeah. This is the search, Microsoft search bar. And now when I search for Mars, so here you can see the topic. So this is how the topic is discovered from the different applications which I was talking about, from Microsoft Search, even from your Microsoft Word file. If it is attached with this username, and if it has the rights, just correct permissions, like if they can view this here, they can definitely go ahead and view the same card right inside their Microsoft Word, PowerPoint searches as well. So this is how you can, manage these topics. I said the topic which I created might take some time to populate. This takes some time, but yeah, you can go ahead, create the topics, and you can see how beautiful it is discovered. And one more thing, let's just go and attach it. If I have some, yeah, I have some site. If I create a new site page, okay, so this is a specific project related site page. And if I want to add some description that, okay, Mars is this project and this does this and it has this people. So what I have to do is I just have to give hash and I'll have to write Mars so that your topic will be visible here. So as you saw that how inside your SharePoint site page, so this is not your topic center site page. This is my normal SharePoint communication site wherein I have permission to view some of the topics, which is Mars. I have the permission to view it. So whenever I'll create a page and whenever I want to call this topic card, I can just call it using hash Mars and see this beautiful suggestion. And let's just write a few dummy text. I just want to showcase how this will look. When I publish this and I come to this page, see, this is the topic card. It gives me the information whichever I have feed it in the topic page. So this is the alternate name. This is a description, the people associated with this project, and if I have any relevant resources, maybe files or sites related to it. And definitely you can go ahead and view the details right here. So yeah, this is how Viva Topics works, and you can create for your organization, for your projects, and you can manage it, make it discoverable. Yeah. So I'll just go back to the slides. So this finishes our demo. And yes, definitely we do have next session, which is coming up. So don't miss that out. And once again, thank you to all the organizers and speakers and the sponsors. And don't forget to participate in the quiz at the end. If you guys have any question, then let's just take that up.
Yeah, there are a couple of questions in the chat window.
Okay.
So one thing is, I think you already explained. Vipin has asked how to get Viva trial version.
Vipin, you can go ahead into your admin center. You can go to purchase. Let me just give that exact term wherein you can go ahead and opt for trial licenses. Let me just share my screen.
Okay.
Sorry, I just missed that out. Yes, Vipin. So in your purchase services, you can go ahead and search for Viva topics. And this is an add-on service, which you can go ahead and, this is the one. You can opt for a trial license or for a paid one from here. I already have one license, so it won't populate it for me. I hope this answers your query, Vipin. And
How long will be the trial version?
It is 30 days long.
Okay, fine. The next question is from Suresh, who asks how we can search topics in Teams.
Topics in Teams right now, it is not yet rolled out, but it is going to be soon rolled out. So in the similar fashion, just like I showed it to you, how you can call out your topics into your SharePoint site pages by using hash. So something similar, you just have to call out your topics from the Teams in your chats as well. So it is not yet rolled out.
Okay. Anila asks, I think this is an off-topic question, but the question is, what is the difference between Teams public and private channel?
No worries. Anila, Teams public channel is mainly you can have your Teams which is open to, you can have the channel which is visible to everyone in that organization, but private channels will be only visible to the members or the owners which have been added to that channel. So I hope that that answers your question, Anila.
Okay, so I can see these many questions.
How can we search? Okay, yeah, that is done. Yeah, I don't think we have any more questions, right?
Yeah.
Anigesh Singh in the last, he is asking question.
I have one question. If
Yeah, please,
Yes.
Deepak. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So, how to use these Viva topics in case of organizations who are dealing with the contractors or the partners, right? Is it possible we to share these Viva topics with the respective focals, and how the governance and security model will play a role?
For external users, right? You mean to say?
Yes. So also when I say the external users, let's suppose that a company A is there, and for them, vendors or contractors are there who do some kind of activities, right? Taking a project like an project A, where the vendors are also coming and doing some kind of implementations, right? And to get the knowledge about the topics, what is the happening in the progress, how this Viva topic will be shared to the respective teams with the proper security and governance model, that the document should not get shared to the others party apart from that external.
Hmm. So regarding the external users, so like external users, I am not pretty much sure about how is it like shared with external users yet or not. But in the Microsoft documentation, there is a governance and identification documentation mentioned. So even I have to go through that for this.
That is the one. Second is, so when
Hmm?
we're talking about the Viva topics, right? At the background, so Viva topic is using the SharePoint site, right? Which is like creating for the topics depending on the technologies, right? And sharing with the
Yeah.
respective stakeholders, right? Is it there is a possibility or kind of functionality where a team admin can give the like co-authoring kind of functionality to the respective HODs or the department, so that they can create the flows or the topic depending on their need to for their respective people's teams.
Teams. Okay. So what can happen is right now for Viva topics, there are no connectors of flow as per how much I know. Only for Viva connections, there are few of the connectors right inside Microsoft Power Automate Flow. But coming to giving the authority co-authoring space, so definitely you can create group security groups and you can assign uh, permissions. This is similar to your SharePoint site, right? So permissioning model is same as how you give permissions to a communication or team site. So you can definitely go ahead and create groups, and then you can give the flexibility or permissions according to how you want your users to create topics and which groups can create. So this is same as your SharePoint site permissioning. Only the name or the terms might be different, which is knowledge admins, knowledge managers, and knowledge users. Because it is a part of knowledge, this term has been added, but the permissioning is same as SharePoint site permissioning. You can restrict your users and you can give only few people to have to author on this, or you can create these topics.
And one last question, if I'm allowed to
Yes.
ask. Okay, how much bandwidth these Viva topics are consuming at the background? Let's see that there are multiple locations where the users are there. Yeah, and when the team is sharing the Viva topics, how much consumption is happening at the bandwidth? What are the bandwidth parameters we need to think or consider?
Okay. I don't have any idea about the bandwidth right now. So I'm not in a good position to answer this question right now, but I need to check on that.
No
Okay.
problem.
Can you share your coordinates so that people can get back you on Twitter, on social media?
Yeah, I am available on LinkedIn, so I
Okay.
can just definitely, yeah. And I guess you already have mentioned the LinkedIn URL in the speaker.
Yes, yes, we will use
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Fine. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
fine. So we are running short of the time. We need to start take a quick 5 minutes break and start the next session at 10:55. So thank you everyone for participating and actively asking the questions. We will take a very short break and we'll be back with the next speaker Our next speaker in the developer track is Bhargav Reddy. He'll be talking on automating document processing using SharePoint syntax and Power Platform. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.